from the beginning of my career, I've always done stuff that I wanted to do.
At 69, Whoopi Goldberg shocked the world when she appeared at New York Fashion Week looking completely transformed. The EGOT winner, known for her confidence and authenticity, walked the red carpet with a slimmer frame and a radiant presence that instantly went viral. Some called her stunning and youthful, while others worried she looked too thin or unrecognizable. But behind the flashing cameras and divided opinions lay a story that went far deeper than fashion or fame. Whoopi's transformation wasn't a sudden miracle or a vanity project. It was the result of a private battle with health, identity, and the unforgiving scrutiny that comes with being a woman in the spotlight. The night that shook the internet. When Whoopi arrived at the Christian Siriano show, the reaction was immediate and intense. Fans gasped, phones went up, and social media feeds exploded within minutes. One half of the internet celebrated her as glowing and revitalized, while the other accused her of going too far. Some admired her confidence, others said she looked frail or sickly. Even her outfit became a topic of debate, with critics comparing it to rags, while supporters praised it as bold and fearless. Hashtags spread like wildfire, and what should have been a simple red carpet moment turned into a global controversy. The noise wasn't really about clothes or weight, it was about the collective shock of seeing an icon change before everyone's eyes. For Whoopi, that night symbolized not glamour, but how quickly admiration can turn to judgment in a world obsessed with appearances. Before the cameras, the moment, everything changed. Long before Fashion Week, Whoopi's journey began quietly in 2022 while filming the historical drama Till. In the movie, she played Emmett Till's grandmother, a role that demanded emotional depth, not physical transformation. Yet after a screening, a woman approached her and commented that her fat suit looked uncomfortable. Those words hit hard because there was no fat suit, it was Whoopi's real body. At nearly 300 pounds, she was suddenly confronted with how others saw her. For years, she had been at peace with her body, but that comment became a painful wake-up call. It wasn't about Hollywood beauty standards anymore, it was about survival. That single misunderstanding made her realize her health might be at risk, and that realization changed everything. For the first time, she looked in the mirror and saw not just an actress, but a woman whose life and future depended on taking action. A fight for health, not vanity. After that moment, Whoopi didn't chase a new look. She began fighting for her health. She admitted that embarrassment and fear motivated her more than fame ever could. At nearly 300 pounds, she faced serious risks: diabetes, heart problems, fatigue, and loss of mobility. She started small, testing diets, walking more, trying to eat clean, but the results were inconsistent. She would lose weight, then gain it back, repeating the frustrating cycle so many know too well. What made it harder was the constant public commentary. Every fluctuation became gossip material, yet through it all, she stayed honest. She didn't hide behind makeup or excuses. She talked openly about her failures, her struggles, and her moments of weakness. For Whoopi, this wasn't about fitting into Hollywood's expectations. It was about reclaiming her energy, her time, and her ability to live fully without fear of losing her health or herself. The turning point: medication and openness. Eventually, Whoopi turned to a new approach: weight loss medication. She revealed that she began using Monero, a treatment originally created for type 2 diabetes, but now widely known for helping with weight control. Unlike many celebrities, Whoopi didn't pretend her transformation was due to salads and Pilates alone. She told the truth. She joked that she had lost almost 2 people and expressed gratitude for finally finding something that worked for her body. But her honesty created a new kind of storm. Some people praised her bravery for being open, while others accused her of cheating or taking the easy way out. What made it even more controversial was her refusal to glorify the drug. She simply said it worked for her health. The backlash revealed how society praises transformation yet punishes transparency. Instead of hiding, Whoopi stood firm, proving that honesty about health choices shouldn't be shameful. The internet divide and cultural judgment. Once again, the internet split into 2 camps. Supporters celebrated her as an inspiration, especially for women over 60 who often feel invisible. They admired her courage to make a change and speak about it without shame. Critics, however, argued that she looked too frail and that at her age, such drastic weight loss was dangerous. Some accused her of setting a bad example, while others speculated about the drug's side effects. The debate spiraled beyond Whoopi herself. It became a larger cultural argument about aging, body image, and women's autonomy. The cruel irony was that Whoopi could never win. Heavier, she was mocked. Slimmer, she was accused of vanity. That night at Fashion Week symbolized this double standard, the impossible expectations society places on women, especially those who dare to grow older in the public eye. Beyond the weight, rediscovering strength. As the storm raged online, Whoopi remained calm and grounded. She reminded people that her transformation wasn't about vanity, it was about staying alive and healthy. She said she didn't want to fade away before her time. That honesty turned her story into something deeper, a message about resilience. She kept showing up for The View, continuing to challenge ideas, make audiences laugh, and push for truth. She also mentored young artists, proving her purpose had nothing to do with her size. Instead of retreating from the spotlight, she faced it head on. Her calm defiance turned the noise into fuel. She became a reminder that growth, physical, emotional, or spiritual, isn't always pretty, but it's always powerful. Through her openness, she gave others permission to confront their own health and self-image without shame. The larger message, society's mirror. Whoopi's experience sparked broader conversations about how society treats women's bodies. Her story became a reflection of a much larger truth. No matter what women do, someone will criticize. If they age naturally, they're told they've let themselves go. If they change, they're accused of trying too hard. Whoopi's transformation forced people to question why female aging still causes such discomfort. She became a symbol of defiance, not because she changed her appearance, but because she refused to apologize for it. Her willingness to share the truth about medication, her health, and her emotional struggles broke Hollywood's silence. She showed that even icons face pressure, but they can still choose authenticity. In doing so, she reminded millions that our worth doesn't shrink or expand with our bodies. It lives in how bravely we own our stories. A new chapter, not an ending. By 2025, Whoopi Goldberg's transformation had evolved from gossip to inspiration. Rather than slowing down, she seemed more vibrant than ever. Still hosting The View, still acting, still advocating for truth and humanity. She showed that her weight loss wasn't the end of her story, but the beginning of a new one. Her journey opened a necessary discussion in Hollywood and beyond about age, body image, and the right to make personal choices without public condemnation. Through all the noise, she continued to live unapologetically, laughing, creating, mentoring, and proving that true beauty comes from owning one's journey. In the end, Whoopi's story wasn't about transformation for applause, it was about reclaiming time, health, and peace. And perhaps that's the most powerful message of all. No matter the criticism, she stood tall, a living reminder that resilience outshines judgment every single time.